Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares. Welcome back to my 31 Days of Horror in October. Today I'm going to be talking about 3 Dead Trick-or-Treaters. Now, 3 Dead Trick-or-Treaters is a 2016 film that runs approximately 75 minutes and is written and directed by Torin Langen. Now, this stars Holden Levac as the paperboy, Jeremy Charles Singer as Charles, and Raven Cousins as the girl. Now you're going to hear me switch papers here because I have a lot of notes on this. Okay, this is an anthology. I'm going to go through the anthology part by part and tell you a little bit about what's going on, and then I'll give my thoughts on it. The first part is called Fondue. 3 teens go into a store and buy 3 masks, go into a house, and torture a boy. And unfortunately, that's all I can say. And I'll give a description of the mood towards the end. I think that's the best way to do it because this is a very different type of anthology and a very different type of film. The second part we have is Malum Maleficarum, I believe is how you pronounce it. People in a car see a pickup truck with a man in the back with a bloody pillowcase over his head. The store that they're going into actually has something to do with the man in the back of the pickup. That's all I can say about that one. Some of these are very short, and yeah, I'll get to why I can only say certain things about it. The third story is called Stash. 3 kids with masks go to a hole in the ground in the woods, and give candy like an offering. They have to beg for money in order to buy candy to feed the hole. And then you have a fourth part, even though this is only considered to be a 3-story anthology. The fourth part is called Delivery. 2 cops try to find 3 missing people. Could they have something to do with it? And I have to leave that one there. And then there's a wraparound. Paperboy delivers papers to what seems like a vacant house. In the back of the house, he sees notes on pumpkins, which turn out to be stories. All right. Now the cryptic stuff is over. I can actually say how I feel about this film. The reason why things are so cryptic and the stories that this guy reads turned into the stories for the anthology. So, this is an experimental anthology. I'm not going to be able to recommend it, unfortunately, because I don't think a lot of people are going to like it. I do because I think it's different, and I think it's something that I think if you give it time, it starts to make sense and you start to understand why they're doing what they're doing. So, what do I mean by experimental? First, let me show you the other cover. This has a double-sided alternate cover. DVD, Blu-ray, and a little booklet. This was actually recommended to me by a friend who had a YouTube channel who no longer does anything anymore. But I wanted to get this since I heard him talk about it, and I was not disappointed. Let me know what you. Let me tell you what you're going to be getting yourself into here. These stories in this film have no dialogue. From beginning to end, there is no dialogue. There is a gorgeous score filled with classical guitar, just beautiful guitar passages. And the score is very soothing. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, being an experimental piece, you have to really pay attention to understand what's going on in each story because there is no dialogue guiding you. So that's why I'm not going to recommend it. Most people don't have a very big attention span nowadays. People are on their phone all the time. They're looking at this, they're looking at that. This, however, because of the way the acting is, which I thought was brilliant, the atmosphere, the set pieces, this feels like Halloween. And even though it's kind of morbid, I give the director a lot of credit for trying something different. Unfortunately, different usually makes people angry, I guess. People always say they want original, but do they really? This is something that's truly original, and it really took me by surprise. So if you want something completely different, something with no dialogue, then definitely check this one out. It is a really good film. It's low budget, but it's a really good film. Don't forget to check out everyone else participating in the 31 Days of Horror in October, and happy Halloween, everyone.